day. Hello. I am finally out on the bike. I haven't been out for a little while because I think I've got shingles, but I'm not sure. It's a bit weird, really. I won't go into details, but I haven't got a rash, but I've got a sore. I've got a ring around my waist. It's sore. But I've got doctors this week anyway, so I'm going to discuss it with them. So I haven't been riding at all because I didn't want to make anything worse, but I thought I just got to get out. So I'm coming out, and look at it. I have to. We're walking a lot at the moment in this beautiful, all the copper leaves. The autumn this year has been quite slow and long-winded, so the leaves have hung around for quite a long time, and they've slowly turned. You know, they're still green, but they are turning very bit by bit, and there's just carpets of golden leaves around now. So yeah, beautiful time of year. If you're a regular on my videos, you'll probably know where you're at. When I tell you where I am, you'll know. This is my way up to the hills. I've got three options. I've got a steep road climb. I've got a long watery, it's called Watery Lane climb, or I've got through the local abbey. It's just Prinish Abbey, which I went up a couple of rides ago, I think. So this used to be the deer park. So I'm just making my way up. And like I say, I wanted to do this. It's just about riding certain times of the year, what you can enjoy and what you find. And the seasons really do mean you get you get different experiences in the same place at different times of the year. So obviously in the summer, there's the back of the abbey there. I mentioned it the other day. That's the abbey. That's now empty. I'm not sure what's in there actually, but the monks are not in there anymore. Anyway, got birds distracted. So yeah, you know, obviously in the summer you've got dry, dusty trails, fast, warm. You can wear less kit, carry less stuff. You've got to carry more water. You've got to keep cool. So you've got the other side of the story, and then obviously you've got to cope with the everything being overgrown, brambles, stingers, and stuff like that. But the big trails are always nice and smooth and dusty, and it will be busier. So there's ups and downs, right? And obviously at this time of the year, everything's dying away. The stingers are falling back, and the brambles are now gone, and the leaves are off the trees, and you can sort of see more through the woods. So you can explore more. And the temperature, I find, obviously in the summer, I think I've touched on this before, in the summer you have to cope with whatever the temperature is. You can't really adjust your clothing too much. You know, once you've got down to the bare minimum, there's not a lot else you can do if it's too hot. But in the winter, you've got a lot of control over you and the temperature. So you can adjust your clothing accordingly, which is obvious, really. Just obvious. So yeah, I wear in the past I have got a dirt suit, which I used to wear a lot in the winter when it's wet. It's a one-piece suit. If you want to go out and do what I'm doing today, it's ideal because you can just forget about getting wet or muddy or anything like that. You get home, you peel it off, and you're clean underneath. I used to use it a lot for going to work because I could ride to work, be soaking wet, peel the suit off and be dry underneath. And they are really, really good for that. And there's quite a few other versions of dirt suits around now. Liat make one, I think, and Endura, and a few others. So they are getting more popular. But at the moment, it's just too warm. It's still warm. I have got this. I have got the old buff around my neck, just because it was a little bit drafty when I come out, but I'm warm already. I've only got my shorts on. I've worn tights a couple of times this year, but this autumn, but I've decided not to now. It's just too warm. Let's go and explore, see if there's any. I can't see any fruit at all. We keep looking out for cooking apples. There's so much fruit's just left to rot. A lot of people don't bother picking it, and you very often go past orchards where it's just left to rot on the ground. But then you go down the road to the supermarket and you have to pay for them. which always seems a bit crazy. Same with blackberries. People buy blackberries. And this last couple of years, we've been overwhelmed with blackberries. We picked lots and freeze them, and then we had blackberries all the way through the winter. Can't beat a little bit of apple and blackberry pie now and again. It's a nice bit of real fruit. I know there's sugar in there. You put a bit of sugar in it, but it's just a little treat now and again. And it's got real fruit in it. I was just touching on why I'm going out. I'm going out for about an hour and a half. I'm not going out on some epic. I'm out on my bigger tyred bike. It's 4.8 tyres, super grippy. This is my fun bike. And my plan is to go and explore some techie stuff, some slower. I'm sort of going to show you that you can go out and just do a slow, meandering ride exploring in your local area. If you're lucky enough to have, like we are, or like I am, all this on your doorstep. This is like, I've done 2 miles from my house. So I am really, really lucky to have this, really fortunate. But even if you have to drive for half an hour to get to some countryside, it's worth it just to get out and explore a bit. I did think about bringing a little boiler with me and having a cup of tea, but I've just had one, so it just seemed a bit pointless on this occasion. But, anyway, I'm going to come back to you in a minute when I've got to the top of the hill. Cracking, isn't it? Say in the spring, talk about seasons, this is bluebells. Now in the autumn you've got this beautiful, like I say, this golden carpet of cornflakes. So it basically feels like you're riding in cornflakes. And as I was saying, because the trails or the woods are clearer now, you can explore a bit more. And this is one of the many reasons I ride a fat bike. One of the other bonuses is they don't damage anything. They have very low impact as they spread your weight over a larger contact patch. They're much kinder on the environment. Yeah, it's just another reason why I like them. And I'm bound to mention fat bikes again in this video, I imagine. I tend to. It's my pet, it's my thing. It's what I love. Got quite a low pressure in my back tyre today, so I haven't really noticed the more drag, but it's a bit more bouncy, but ridiculous grip. It's a bit of a steep climb this. I'm going up the Cotswold Way, away from Cranham Corner, up headed towards Cooper's Hill, if you were going to walk the Cotswold Way, heading away from Painswick towards Cheltenham. I say this is 3 miles from my house, and we've done 700 feet of climbing. So it's pretty up, but then once you're up, there's plenty to play around. Trails to play on. There's somebody walking up there, I think. Not that I'm catching him. I'm out to potter today. I'm just pottering. This is Cranham Woods, or Buckholt Woods. Not very big, so I know most of it, but there's still little places where we don't tend to go, or trails we haven't ridden for a long time. Old trails that I built and that have just got overgrown. This is this here is a trail there called it's called the Wall Trail because it zigzags that wall, so it crosses it back all the way down. And I put this in years ago, and there used to be some big holly bushes here in the way, but that was years ago, and it's now a recognised trail. As you can see, it runs through. There's a bit of a drop off there, a bit off camber drop, but if you just go with it, it's fine. So yeah, it's really interesting. Over the years, lots of us have put trails in. And I'm not the only one. But it's amazing how they get established and then people come along and enjoy them. And like I'd be stood here and they wouldn't even know I had anything to do with it, which is fine, absolutely fine. It's just nice to see people enjoying a trail rather than just going all over the place. And because there was a time when people would come up here and dig big jumps and wooden structures and stuff, and it sort of upset the landowners. And obviously, if somebody gets hurt and you see ambulances and whatever flying up and down here all the time, then the landowner gets a bit twitchy. So now it's a bit more not tame, but I mean, there's still some steep stuff off the side, but it's less of it now. It's still there. The landowner tried to stop it a bit further up. I think most of it is now not ridden, but they sort of moved down the hill. Years ago, I would have been up and down it constantly, but not anymore. I like my riding too much to get injured, as I keep saying in other videos. Anyway, I'm going to wander on and enjoy these woods. Yeah, just love Cranham Woods. Cranham, Painswick Beacon, all this area is just, it's my patch where I go riding. Anyway, let's mosey on a bit. I just had a very interesting conversation. I wish I'd filmed it. I was thinking of filming it, but she probably would have let me. But anyway, I'll just stop here a minute and tell you what's what. So yes, just a few seconds ago in this video, I was talking about people building trails and jumps and stuff, and going off the trails that are sort of recognised. And lo and behold, I bumped into a girl from Natural England who's sort of surveying the area and looking at what's here already and talking to people. And we got chatting, and she said, "Oh, do you ride here very often?" and all this sort of stuff. And obviously, I explained that a lot of the trails were put in by me. I mean, we were talking about a certain trail, and I said, "Oh yeah, I built that trail, the original one." It was the wall trail that I was talking to you about a minute ago. And so what they're doing is they want to have a bit of a consultation, because as I mentioned, some trails get built and they probably shouldn't be. There's a lot of downhill trails that were built and the landowner tried to stop it, and I think people have carried on. It's difficult. What she wants to do, she doesn't want to ban cycling in these woods at all, but what she wants to do is work with people to sort of control it, sort of have designated trails rather than just go everywhere. So that's just basically what we've done. These trails I'm riding now have been here for years and years and years, and we don't build anymore. We just ride the ones that are here. I did say just now that I go off and I look for places to ride, but it's more of me on my own, on a fat bike, just pottering around. I don't tend to do it in the summer when all the plants are up, but you just got to be sensible with it all. Anyway, we had a good chat, and she's going to get in contact with me again, and they're having a consultation meeting, and they want as many local mountain bikers to come along with walkers and everybody else. So I have got a bit of an issue with conservation, as you know, and control by humans, but I'd rather get on with people than rub them up the wrong way. It's always the best way to do it. Just talk about stuff, then you come to an agreement that suits everybody, which is brilliant. You don't want to be, annoying people and then they ban you from everywhere. So anyway, that was it. It's just funny that I'd be literally talking about it on here, on this video, and then lo and behold, she was the person I saw in red at the top of walking up the trail. So anyway, just that. There's one other thing I want to tell you about. I'd like to unveil this. Look at this. I've got a new top. It's a load of, I think they're peaches. It could be plums. I've got my plums out. So after 6 years, I think it is, I finally got a new top. You may have noticed that I wear the same top all the time. Good old stolen goat. Anyway, let's get on with this ride. All right. How you doing? Oh yeah? You're never going to ride that. We sort of agreed on some set trails. This trail here, you can't actually see it at the moment because of the leaves, but it's called Walkers. Sorry, it's called Teachers. Put in by a teacher. And that's actually a legal trail now. It's been waymarked. So I might actually take a trip down it. I haven't been down it for quite some time, certainly since it's been overgrown. So we're going to have a look. It's normally pretty obvious, but at the moment, with all the leaves down, watch you don't miss it. Well, it's not too bad. This is quite a fast trail as well, but obviously today I'm in slow coach mode. I'm just meandering, having a look around. Yeah, Rob Loxley put this trail in. He's probably watching this video. Hello, Rob. Tell you what, when you ride slow, it's a lot harder. I'm not concentrating. Sorry. Yeah, so that's the bottom of the trail. That's Teachers. I think I just woke those two girls up. Yeah, a bit of a wobble down there. Couldn't really see the trail very well, not as clear. And I don't know it that well anymore. I used to ride it a lot, but these days I don't tend to do that sort of trail anymore. Yeah, the thing with going out on rides like this is don't be put off by the weather. Try not to look at the weather. Obviously, if it's howling a gale and pouring, then you're probably not far less likely to want to go out. But if it's just a bit of drizzle, or you think the rain's going to stop in not too long, or it's going to rain once you're out, then once you're out, it doesn't matter. But just get out. Don't be put off. And a few videos ago, I was going to say something. A few videos ago, I was talking about why I use Shimano gear on my bikes. This bike's got SRAM on it, and I've just noticed that squeak. It's the jockey wheels. I was talking about how Shimano jockey wheels don't play up. These are SRAM ones on a GX Mech, and they've obviously got dry and haven't lasted 5 minutes. Well, they have lasted a while, but just Shimano ones just don't play up. So I had to squeak when I was freewheeling just now, thinking, what the hell is that? So I took the chain off and had a look. Both jockey wheels are squeaking. But, I'll give them some love when I get home. But yeah, as I was saying about, just get out, don't worry about the weather. You know, mud's great, it's good for your skills, teaches your improves your skills for when you do go out. If you happen to be out in the summer and it rains, then at least you know you can cope with slipping and sliding. Obviously, if you ride one of these superior bikes, you haven't got to worry about that. But whatever your bike you're on, just get out and enjoy it and play in the mud and have a laugh and get a big smile on your face. Keep forgetting it's Saturday today. I don't tend to ride when it's busy, so I've seen a couple of people out. It's not that busy, it's the afternoon now, so I imagine people are watching sport on telly or down the pub or whatever, or in a calf. But, and I'm not on the most popular trail, so this is more walkers and horse riders. Get a few cyclists down here, but mainly they're up on the top. Really does put a smile on your face. I was feeling a bit down in the dumps earlier, but don't get to ride when you think you're ill and you think, oh, I better not push it, you know, rest up a bit, and you get a bit stir crazy. But I've only come out I'm hardly going to do any miles. I've already done 4.5 miles, nearly 5 miles, and I've been out an hour. Of course, I've been messing around, filming, chatting to that girl, and obviously climbing in slow. It's all about time out rather than miles today. Time out enjoying the countryside. That's the thing with, used to get that a lot when someone who rides on the road would compare your distance and go, oh, you haven't ridden very far. But I always used to say, because I've always been mainly a mountain biker, it's not miles, it's time. Time in the saddle, time outside. It's far more important than the distance you ride. You can be out, turn the pedals the same amount of times as someone who, like I did that 100-mile ride. I could be out and do half a distance, but still turn the pedals the same amount of time if I'm climbing a lot, because you're just still pedaling, but you're just going slower. The distance is, time in the saddle is the bit you measure mountain biking by. I haven't ridden it this way around for quite a while. See if it's still rideable this way. Anyway, that's the ride over, or nearly over. It's getting on, it's 10 to 4, so I only just got to come out for an hour, and I've been out for an hour and 6 minutes so far, so better head home. It's really nice to get out, thoroughly enjoyed it. Haven't done an awful lot of miles, only been about, crikey, 5.5, it's going to be about 10 miles by the time I get home, if that. So, but it's worth it, just coming out for an hour or so. Just taking in this beautiful countryside. Playing in the leaves, had a chat with a couple of people, so it's always good. Yeah, feel better. I've got my next, or a video coming up soon. I've got the bike all packed to go bike packing. I'm not too sure where or when. I'm trying to juggle it because we want to go away in the camper van next week. So you may find my next video could be down in Dorset. We'll see. But, who knows? I tend to sort of, something comes into mind or a ride comes into mind and then I just start filming. So, but I'm trying to do regular videos, and hopefully you find them of some sort of interest. Today's is a bit just a day out. It's just about the time of year and getting out and enjoying it. Anyway, I'm not going to waffle on any longer. I'm repeating myself. I will catch you in the next one.